This is a Chrysler Outboard motor, 25 horsepower. I've never worked on one of these before, and I don't see anything on YouTube, so I'm just going to make a quick video on how to clean the carburetor. At a first glance, after looking it over, my game plan is it's got a fuel line that needs to come off, this linkage needs to come off, and then 2 bolts on either side that needs to come off. So I loosen this up, the screwdriver comes right out, little plunger valve. And next I'm just going to pop this out, this fuel line off of there, and then I'm going to begin accessing these 2 bolts right here. There's no throttle linkage, that's your throttle, opens up. There's nothing external linking that to anything, so really it's just this little pin, fuel line coming in, 1, 2, and hopefully it'll come right off. All right, I just popped this fuel line off. Now I'm going to begin seeing the best way to access the 2 bolts holding on the carburetor. For this bolt right here, on this side of it, found if you take a stubby, it's a 1/2 inch or 13, whatever you have. I've got a stubby, I can fit it up under here just like that, and I was able to hit it pretty easily underneath there. If you don't have a stubby, I'm not sure if it'll still fit. Yeah, no, that doesn't fit. You could come in from the side like this, and yeah, you've got some space. You could probably hit it with the old, get it a little bit, flip the wrench over, hit it a little more, flip the wrench over. Or there's not really any space up here, so yes, I would say a stubby screwdriver is the way to go on this side. This other side is an absolute pain. I tried to get in underneath it, like up underneath the carburetor and reach around. That was a pain. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to take off what appears to be a ground right here. It runs right there. It's an 11mm. I'm gonna pop it off, and I should have enough clearance to get that bolt with this wire out of the way. Yeah, removing that screw or that bolt that was holding that wire on there, I actually freed this up to give it a little wiggle room, and I am able to hit it just a little from this angle. So that's how I'm going to do this side. All right, the carburetor is off. You know, that was the part that butted up against the engine with the bolts. Once again, this is my first time doing this. I'm just going off of what I see and trying to describe what I see. But I'm gonna take that bolt off right there and pop out the float, or not pop out the float, gain access to, you know, where the float is and everything. Should be able to blow these jets out, and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. All right, I just sprayed everything I could find. What I found was, of course, that jet in there, little side thing right there, blew up in that right there. That comes out the float needle. Make sure that's clear. I saw it blew up in that hole right there. There was some weird stuff on the outside too, like that right there blew through there, and it came up right in there, and it also went somewhere else. I forget where, but there's also some holes in there. I'm sure you see that one in that back left corner, and there's also oh wait, they're on this side. There's one little hole before that butterfly plate, and if you, it's hard to do with one hand, but if you, let's see if I can get it. If you raise that up, some more holes also in there. I count 3 more behind that. I'll make sure those are clear as well. All right, that concludes the carburetor cleaning and removal on this 25 horsepower Chrysler Outboard motor. Hopefully that's all the jets. Just gonna put this back on, you know, literally the reverse of putting it on, and everything should be okay carburetor wise.